Let's see, what do I want in the store? Stag and Manor. What a great store. Thank you, Seth, so much for inviting us into your home, your business. We know that this store is named after your great grandmother, and we really appreciate the work that you're doing here with the Castro Street merchants and all the incredible merchants that are here. Hey, Richard. Good to see you. All the incredible merchants. I'm London Breed. I'm the mayor of San Francisco, joined by the supervisor of District 8, Supervisor Rafael Mandelman, to talk about shopping and dining and the 49ing. Wait, that didn't work. But the 49ers are winning, so that's good. But we are here today because we know that we are kicking off the holiday season. And there is nothing like nothing like shopping and hanging out at some of our great restaurants and other places in so many of our neighborhoods that really does put you into the holiday spirit. And so we want to encourage people to shop in places like Stag and Manor, which is an incredible store, as you can see, ornaments, furniture, bowls, plates, cups. You can come here and decorate your whole house for Thanksgiving tomorrow. So this is one of the most incredible small businesses we have in the city, and I know it's a favorite of Supervisor Mandelman, along with so many unique neighborhoods. You can go to almost any neighborhood in San Francisco and discover something that you probably never saw before. Noe Valley, the Haight-Ashbury, the Fillmore Western Addition, Union Street, like so many great places that you can shop, you can buy gifts that will be unique gifts for your family members and friends because they are unique small businesses in San Francisco. A lot of love and care goes into these places, and we want to make sure that when you are out shopping this holiday season, that you really look at your neighborhoods and different neighborhoods throughout San Francisco and support our small business community. Let me tell you, I still use a lot of the same places I've been using since I was a kid. Believe it or not, they are still here. I still go to the same dry cleaner. The lady who's been doing my nails for over 20 years is still doing my nails, even though I didn't get them done today. The places that I had the same dentist, a small business owner, since I've had teeth. It's so incredible to have these incredible relationships that you have because it's a personal touch with the people who run these businesses. Because most often, when you walk into any of these places, 9 times out of 10, the owner of the store will be there, and that is why Seth is here today, because he is not only the owner, he is an employee. He works here every single day. So you see him on the news, come down here and see him in person. But part of shopping in San Francisco in so many incredible neighborhoods also involves making sure that we are being smart about parking. There's no secret that we have a lot of challenges with car break-ins, unfortunately, but I am proud of the work that the San Francisco Police Department has done in reducing the number of car break-ins significantly, and I know Chief Scott is here with us today to talk a little bit about how we park smart. I think that helps tremendously in helping to avoid becoming a victim, especially during this holiday season when we know people are paying close attention to what people are doing. We want people to have a great experience. We want them to come here to Stag and Manor and hang out. Then we want them to head over to Hot Cookie and have a hot cookie. We want them to enjoy the amazing restaurants. The Castro community is our featured neighborhood this time around Shop and Dine in the 49. And so we really wanted to highlight this unique place in our city. And Supervisor Mandelman will talk more about this amazing community. But if you can get out there and support our small businesses all over San Francisco, I know it will make a real difference and you'll have a good time. Because overall, we want your experience to be great from start to finish. We want the time that you leave your house, to the time that you come to the Castro, to the 2, 3, 4, 5 hours you spend walking up and down Market Street and Castro Street, and all the bags that you're going to be carrying, you go and you get some food and you hang out for a little bit, and then you go home and you feel good and you relax. That's what I want people to experience during this holiday season in San Francisco. So it is so great to have all of you here. Thank you to the Castro Merchants Association for coordinating, and thank you, I know Commissioner Steve Adams is here to talk on behalf of the Merchants Association, but Shop and Dine in the 49. San Francisco's an incredible, unique place where there is something for everyone. And with that, your supervisor to talk about this community and all the great places that you can visit during this campaign, it will be Supervisor Rafael Mandelman. Come on up.
Thank you, Mayor Breed. Who's ready to support our small businesses in San Francisco today? It is gray and rainy, and I was in Puerto Vallarta yesterday. But and it is honestly, it's been kind of a little bit of a gray time in this neighborhood for the last few weeks. There was an awful fire on Castro Street, and I know we have a number of businesses represented here who have been impacted by that fire. And I do want to thank the mayor and the Office of Economic and Workforce Development, Joaquin, and your team for stepping up for those businesses. And I know you're going to be doing a little bit on that later. But the response from the city, from the fire department that was out there that morning fighting the fire, to the folks who came in later to help out the residents and the business owners, has been great. And I want to, on behalf of the Castro, thank you for that. Yeah, that's an applause line. Yeah. But I think we also know that the Castro has had some problems for a while now, and some of it is reflective of challenges around retail across the city and across the country, and some of it is unique to some of the challenges we have up here, some of the street behavior issues, and some of the real challenges of operating businesses here in the Castro. But this is as you all know, this is a wonderful neighborhood. It is a neighborhood that is embedded in the history of this city and the history of this country. World-changing things have happened in this neighborhood, done by starting with a Castro small businessman, Harvey Milk, and his camera shop down Castro Street. Actually, today is the anniversary of the assassination. I know some of us will be at a candlelit vigil later, but this neighborhood is part of the heart of San Francisco, and so even till today, building on that tradition of Harvey Milk, there are so many great local leaders. Masood is here from the merchants. Thank you for the work you do, and Andrea, and all the merchants, and Seth, who courageously stepped in to open this business just about a year ago. Steve Adams made sure that I was here. Thank you, Commissioner. And you've brought this wonderful establishment to this block. Other brave, courageous folks step forward every year to try to share their dream with this community and other communities around San Francisco. And it is so easy to go online and buy that thing. But I hope that San Franciscans, if you love your neighborhoods, if you love your neighborhood small businesses, today, take a break on the online purchase. Go out and actually support the neighborhood small business and the folks who are working so hard, like Seth, both to share their dream with you and to make these neighborhoods work. We need our small businesses so desperately. They are critical to the vitality of our neighborhoods, and they are great. And so I'm just pleased, Madam Mayor and Joaquin, that you chose to have Shop and Dine start here with this event. I want to thank Marianne Mizuko Thompson, wherever she is back there, just the most extraordinary public servant who made this happen. Marianne gets a little bit of applause. And Tom and my office are working to make this happen. And I also want to thank Chief Scott and the police department for your partnership around some of the issues that I alluded to earlier. It is challenging up here, but we are getting tremendous help, I know, and I'm enjoying working with you and looking forward to continuing to work to make this a place where people are safe, have fun, and where we have a healthy, thriving community. So with that, Chief Scott.
Thank you, Supervisor Mandelman, and thank you, Mayor Breed. First of all, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. You know, we have so much to be grateful and thankful for, and I just want to start by thanking the mayor for her great leadership in this great city, and Supervisor Mandelman, the Office of Economic and Workforce Development, Castro Merchants Association. We have a great city and a great community, and so it's my job and all of our San Francisco Police Department officers that you see here to give you some reminders to stay safe during the holiday season. As the mayor mentioned, we've made a lot of progress on our ParkSmart campaign, because one thing that we want to do is not make it easy to be a victim. We want everybody to just step back and have a good time and do your shopping and enjoy your families, but don't make yourself an easy target. So there's a couple of simple reminders. First and foremost, if you're going to shop, you're probably going to have packages and bags and merchandise, all this great merchandise. Make sure that you don't leave it in your cars when you go and dine afterwards in the 49. Make sure you don't leave it in your car to make it easy for somebody to take it from you. You know, one of the simple things in crime prevention is don't make yourself an easy target. So lock your cars. Don't leave anything visible in your cars. If you have merchandise, if you can't carry it with you, put it in the trunk. Lock your trunk. It's always a good idea. Oftentimes, if you're going to be dining and you're going to go to the restaurants and take advantage of all the great food in this area, have a plan in terms of how you're going to shop and do your merchandise. A lot of times, the stores will hold things for you, or you hold it and you come back and purchase it after you eat. So there's just some basic common sense things that we can do to make ourselves not be easy targets. Here's the other thing. If you see something, report it. Say something. Call us. You know, we will have officers around this city, thanks to the support of the supervisor, Mayor Breed, and the budget that we got this year. We have officers on the beats. We have footbeat officers out here in the Castro as around the entire city. Call us. We're there for you. We want to be a part of your experience, and we want that experience to be a good one. So call us if you see something that's amiss. If you see somebody staring in the cars or leering in the cars and you think that's suspicious, we don't mind coming out. That's a call that you should make to us. Just lastly, before I wrap it up and turn it over to Commissioner Adams, pay attention to your surroundings. You know, we are so distracted in today's world. Everybody has phones. I think I have two on me right now, and I'm always looking at them, making sure I answer the mayor's messages. So. But when we do that, it distracts us from paying attention to what's around us. And I can't tell you how many people have had their phones just snatched out of their hands because they weren't paying attention to what's around us. You know, we can't prevent everything, but we can prevent a lot of things. So be vigilant, pay attention. We know people have to make calls and you have to answer your calls, but pay attention as you do that, because it just makes for a more vigilant and a more resilient San Francisco when you do that. So have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Remember to shop and dine in the 49. You'll see many of us out there shopping as well. I know my daughter's here in town, and I promised her I was going to take her shopping. So, so thank you. And with that, I'll turn it over to Commissioner Adams.
Thank you. I'm going to be very brief. First, I want to thank Mayor Breed, Supervisor Mandelman, Joaquin Torres, Mary Ann, Jorge, for bringing this event to the Castro this year. I want to acknowledge Masood Samarai, the president of the Castro Merchants, who asked me to come in today, and I love this event. We also have several Castro board members here, Brian Springfield, JB, you know, and Isaiah with Body. You know, some of these guys have had a rough time in the last few weeks with the fire, so if there's anything we can do is come in and support their business. Body is back open now, so if you can come, shop, eat, drink in the Castro. I also want to acknowledge Rodney Fong with the Chamber of Commerce, and I also want to acknowledge the SBA is also here today. So, you know, we got everybody here, but you know, Castro, we need some love in here, and I especially want to thank the mayor and Supervisor Mandelman for changing up some of the zoning laws in Upper Market here, where we're now able to fill in second-story businesses and ground floor businesses like this one to get them open quick, and for people to enjoy. So thank you for that. So with that, happy holidays, everybody. We have our tree lighting on Monday at 6 o'clock at Castro and 18th Street. So come shop, eat, drink, and stay in the Castro. Thank you.
and Andrea Aiello with the CBD. Come on up.
Come on, Andrea Aiello.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Yes, I'm Andrea Aiello with the Castro Community Benefit District, and we're responsible for keeping the Castro clean and safe. So have no fear. We will be keeping these streets clean for all the people to come and shop in the Castro. I want to thank Mayor Breed for having us here this afternoon, and I also want to thank Seth for inviting everybody and opening up his store and taking the risk of having all those cameras and making sure nothing breaks, because he has wonderful, wonderful things in this store. I also want to thank Regina Dickandrisi, who's here this afternoon with us with the Small Business Commission. So thanks so much, Regina. So we all know that San Franciscans love small businesses, and everyone here has appealed you to do the right thing, to shop local and shop in the Castro or the Haight or wherever your best neighborhood is. But I want to remind everybody why the best reason to shop local and to get out and get offline is because shopping is fun. And it's social. You remember how it used to be when you would go with your best friend and you'd go shopping and get that special thing for your mom or get that special thing for your boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever it was, or your dad. Shopping is fun, and that's why it's important that you remember, you go back to what it used to be like. And I want to encourage everyone to take a challenge this weekend and not shop online, to get out and shop in the Castro instead, because again, shopping is something that you do with your friends and family, and you can enjoy your relationships and build on that and have an experience that is really fun and interesting and unique. And we have some really great, unique stores in the Castro, as a matter of fact. There's Local Take on 17th Street, where that little F-line turnaround is. Local Take sells handcrafted, artisan kinds of things. So you can go there, and you can support local artists, and at the same time you're supporting a small business in the Castro. You can also shop here. You can shop at Stag and Manor. In fact, the Castro has 3 home decor small businesses. There's Stag and Manor. There's the Kenneth Wingard store 2 doors down that has really unusual and special gifts. And then there's this little shop that is hidden. So if you like to explore the neighborhood, it's down on Sanchez Street. It's called, I think the address is 286 Sanchez. It's called S16 Home. And they have really unique items there for that very special someone in your life or someone's. Also, right next door to this place is this incredible place called D&H Sustainable Jewelers. And this jewelry store is high-end. So if you have a special person that you're looking for this incredible, unique piece of jewelry, it's sustainable in nature, which means you're helping the environment, and you're also being able to purchase a really unique piece of jewelry for that very special person in your life. What else? Oh, and then I did want to mention there's this very cool shop on Castro. We are in the Castro after all, and they advertise themselves as the gayest shop ever. The official name of the store is Knobs, and their address is 432 Castro Street. You can go there with your friends. You can really have fun. They actually have a runway, so you can try on your newest styles and model with you and your friends, have a great time, and experience what it would be like to be walking around in those new clothes. And so it's really, the Castro has some really unique businesses, and it's a fun place to come shopping. And I just want to also remind everybody that the Castro is open for everyone. We want to serve business to everyone. So come and explore the Castro during the day. You probably know the Castro at night, but the day time is a great place, and experience what shopping is like and purchasing those special gifts for you and maybe even yourself. So thank you very much. And I know that Seth from Stag and Manor wants to say a few words. So next up is Seth.
It's not true at all. I didn't even know I was going to be speaking today, but I really just want to say thank you all for coming to Stag and Manor. It's such an honor to serve this community, which is my community, the community I've lived in for many years now. It's been such an honor to have the shop open for a year this Saturday, with incredible customers coming through every day with so many wonderful things, being a part of it all. And I hope we're all just sharing these experiences with all of our friends and our neighbors to get more people out, because now is the time to really support small business. I'm so happy Andrea mentioned all the friends I was going to mention to make sure that they got a shout out. I will add Crystal Way, a couple doors down, another long-time small business that does wonderful work. Come out on next Thursday for the Castro Art Walk, one of our wonderful community events. Also, the following Saturday, our neighbors are going to be hosting the Rocket Dog Rescue group next door as part of a promotional event to show our community and the way that we work together. So again, thank you, everybody. It's such a pleasure. Masood, come on up.
These are the cookies that
Finally,
cookies
dessert.
made for this event. So
wow.
everyone gets to get one
Is this from Hot
as a gift.
Cookie?
Yes.
Wow, look at that. It says Castro. This doesn't look like a cookie, it looks like a cake.
Kind of yummy
Wow.
too. So you're gonna get
Thank you.
this one. Enjoy things.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Again, thank you, Mayor Breed. Such a pleasure to have you in the shop.
Thank you, Seth.
And I don't know, are you speaking next?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Why not? Well, as what was mentioned by Supervisor Mandelman earlier, unfortunately, there was a fire that happened just a few weeks ago, and the amazing men and women of the San Francisco Fire Department did an incredible job. And afterwards, the people from the Office of Economic and Workforce Development did an extraordinary job stepping in, meeting with people, working with the tenants as well as the small business owners to provide whatever support we could. We know that experiencing fire, oftentimes you lose everything, but then it's not just the people, it's also maybe the employees and meeting payroll and how you get up and running. I mean, if you run a small business, you know, you're probably, you know, again, the person who's the owner and the employee, and sometimes you're lucky if you're able to hire other people, and then to add a fire to a situation makes it even worse. But I'm really excited that the city has a disaster relief fund that provides an opportunity to support our small business community in a way that gives them what they need to not worry so much. I mean, it's not a lot, but it is more than what it used to be, which was nothing. And this is an opportunity to support our small business community, because what we want is during the time of rebuilding and dealing with all of this, that we just provide a little bit of support that will help in whatever way possible to at least keep those persons on their feet as they go through this most challenging process. And so I want to thank Joaquin Torres and his office for working so hard. I mean, in bureaucratic years, this is really fast to have, and Supervisor, you know, to have checks ready to go. And we are going to be presenting 4 checks today to Osaki Sushi. Mr. Wang, thank you so much. Thank you. And they had to do work for this. They had to fill out a whole application and everything else. And Sam from Cafe Mystique. Met Sam on the way in. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. And let me tell you, some of these businesses, you've been there since 80. Who's been there? Yes. There was a business that's been there, Body Oil or Body, since 89. Yes. And Body, Andrew, come on up. Since Isaiah? Oh, who's Andrew? Oh, well, Body. Since 1989, this business has been in the Castro, and how amazing is that? So we're so happy that you were opening right away, so make sure you stop by and purchase some items. We're so glad to have you. And last but not least, Q Bar. John, are you here from Q Bar? Here you go. Thank you, really. And let me just say how much more important it is that when these businesses that aren't back on their feet get back on their feet, that we support them. and that we go and we visit and we spend money as much as we can, because this, I'm sure, was difficult. It wasn't just the merchants. There were other people living in the building. I think 4 are back in their apartments, but there are another 8 people that aren't. So very difficult time for all of you. We're glad to have you here today. We are hopeful that the rest of the businesses will open, and then that you would get a lot of business. And so the Merchants Association, the San Francisco Chamber of Commerce, you got work to do to advertise for this community, these small businesses. Let's support our incredible merchants in San Francisco. Let's have a good time in the Castro, and let's eat these cookies because they look good. Thank you so much.